Hey, welcome back. Okay, so if you've been following along, you already know that I am working my way through Taylor Swift Eras Tour outfits bit by bit in LEGO, making my own custom mini dolls and builds. Now, I am going to start working on the Evermore outfit, and it has this absolutely fantastic voluminous cape. I love a good cape so much, like the swooshiness that you can floof it around you. Anyway, so to do this for my Lego mini doll is going to require me making a cape, because I could use this Anna style cape. It wraps around the shoulder really nicely. It's rounded and a bit shorter than I want it to be, but it's the right idea. It's entirely the wrong color. So what else do I have in my collection? I've got this cape, which was from the Beast version, the mini doll version, Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, it's the wrong color. It's a better size. I'd love it to sweep the floor. But it's not quite right. It's the right idea, it's the wrong color, and I need to make some alterations. But before we keep talking about the capes, for the hood, I was so excited with the new hood piece that came with the Wicked Witch and the Snow White set. It's different to the previous hoods, which sit a little bit short on mini dolls. So this one's so good. I've painted it was black. I've painted it a dark forest green. And when we tie this in with a cape of the right color, it's going to look so great. I mean, I've just got Anna here underneath to give us a bit of an idea. So I'm going to walk you through how I make a custom cape. I actually got a brand new tool recently, which makes, oh look, I'll just show you as you go along. If you have got a Cricut cutter though, or you have like some sort of crafty mum friend who has got a Cricut cutter, this makes this so much easier. You don't have to cut it out with scissors. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me show you step by step. So if you have a cape already that you want to start with or modify, you can just get it out. Preferably you should iron it so that it's nice and flat. And the simplest way first is to lay it over a piece of paper or whatever you want to maybe make the same cape out of the material, and just draw an outline around it, and then you can cut it out. And you can use a hole punch for the holes, the neck holes, and this works nicely. But say you want to do this in fabric. Fabric is designed, like it's either in a weave or a knit, and it's designed to fray on the edges because that's just the way that it works. Whereas the Lego minifigure and mini doll capes and materials, they've sealed with something so that they don't actually fray. So when you're working in miniature and what you have taken like so much time to cut out starts fraying, it is absolutely the most annoying thing ever. Now, most of the Lego capes is kind of crispy, so they're almost like a papery texture, but not quite, like they don't rip as well as paper, so they're much more durable. So I figured out a way to seal the material so it doesn't fray when you cut it small. So I've used Mod Podge, which is what I had on hand. You could probably use any sort of acrylic sealer or maybe even any sort of glue. I don't know, but this is what I've used, so I'm just going to show you what I've actually done some testing on. So I found a good ratio was half a teaspoon of Mod Podge to 1/8 of a cup of water, and that makes it crispy but not too crispy, so it's still nice and movable like fabric. Then you hang it up and let it dry. What I also like about the Mod Podge is it doesn't stain the fabric, so when it's dry there's absolutely no indication, no discoloration of the colour of the fabric. So now I've actually ironed this after it's dry, so it's lovely and smooth, but you can see that we're not able to fray the edges, which is so good when you're trying to cut little small circles and stuff. Right, so let me just give you an indication here. So if I cut off this edge, which is already frayed, like this was frayed before we actually did the sealing technique and the drying, and now we've cut it off nice and fresh, and if I try and pull the edges away here, it doesn't fray. I can't tell you how much joy that brings me. Now, when you've got this material, of course, you can just go ahead and you could trace around your cape and then cut it out and use a little hole punch to cut out the holes inside. But game changer for this, I recently got myself a Cricut Joy cutter, which is like it's a crafty precision cutter, and it's supposed to cut out all sorts of different materials. This one's the baby version, and it's not actually designed to cut out material. Some of the bigger ones are, but because we've made the material really crispy, you can cut it like paper as long as you've got a nice fresh blade in there. So first up, we've got to get the image into the program. So first thing I did was I just took a picture of it, try and get it like directly overhead. I'm trying to show you taking a picture. I mean, you don't really need to see me take a picture. But anyway, so this way we then load it onto the computer or onto your whatever device you're using. And then I remove the background using this free remove background page. Nice and easy. And then download it. We probably don't need a very high, we don't need a high one. This is just going to be like a single dark silhouette-y image. Then we import it or upload it into the Cricut software or the program that they use. I'm very, very new to all of this, and even I found it really nice and easy. So to upload the image, we just want it really, really super simple because it's just going to be a dark silhouette. There's a whole heap of stuff there that you have to pay for, but we don't need any of it because we removed the background on a free trial thing. We can't print and cut image, so we just want to cut the image nice and easy. Let's upload that into our... Man, there's a few steps to go through here. But look, it looks really good, even just like this. If you are feeling particularly meticulous and you want to make those circles like really, really, really perfect circles, you can go through and you can take the little shape cuttery thing. This requires a little bit of knowledge of the program, which I'm not terribly good at. I could do this better in Illustrator than I can in here, but it's nice and simple to be able to modify it. And if you want to adapt a minifigure cape for a mini doll, you could change up the size, the hole sizes for the neck. In this program, you can make them bigger for a minifigure or smaller for a mini doll. I just want these to be a little bit more perfect because that's how I roll. However, it really doesn't matter. Once it's cut out, you're not going to notice. So let's just copy this across to here. And then when we get all these, we can cut the circles out of the main cape. And now we've got these perfect circles. So yeah, this is an easy way to adjust the size of the neck holes so you can adapt it for a minifigure or a mini doll. I love this. I could straighten it up. It really, really doesn't matter. It just really doesn't. And then let's, actually, I need to measure across the height and the width to make sure that I'm doing it exactly the same height. I actually got the height and the width off Bricklink. So all of these capes are on Bricklink, so you can go there and get the very, very exact measurements if you want to, or you can just measure across the cape if you own it yourself. Okay, getting in ready to cut it, popping it on an existing mat. I'm using, I really don't know what to use here. Like I said, I'm very new to Cricut, but I did read that for material I should use more pressure, so I'm going to do that. I've got a blade that I just use for material. It's like your special scissors, like your material cutting scissors. Keep those scissors just for material cutting. Do not cut paper with them. Same thing with the blades that you're using in anything, just because the paper blunts it. So getting this, popped it on our little mat, loading it into my new baby, the Cricut Joy. By the way, this is entirely unsponsored. It's a new toy tool that I've got, and it's going to make making custom capes so much easier. Oh my gosh, it's already cut it out. It's really, really fast. So we unload it, take it off the little sticky background, and see how we went. Because at the moment it looks like nothing, right? Oh, there we go, look at that. Oh, it did catch a little bit there. Apparently you can do a double cut before you take it out. I think next time I will do that, so it just goes around the cuts again. But we've just got one little catch point there. As long as the parts where the holes are don't catch, then I'm fine. I can cut around the bottom. Look at that. It is a perfect cape. This is very exciting. It's opening up a whole new world to me, having crispy material that I can actually use on a precision cutter. So speaking of precision cutters, I'm just going to cut this off with scissors because it doesn't really matter, does it? This little bit that cord on the bottom. Now, when I go through and I want to make a dark green cape for my Evermore Taylor Swift mini doll, I can do it on dark green material and I can make it a little bit longer using the Cricut software. So I'm really excited about trying this out, but look at this. I can make duplicate capes in a matter of minutes with absolutely perfect precision circles, and it is exactly the same size except for the bottom that I cut up because I messed that up, but that's nothing. What? Don't tell anyone. That didn't happen. But it's fine. We all make mistakes and that's how we learn. Plus, it gives me the opportunity to do it again and try some different variations on this same cape or to do more capes. Oh my goodness. I could even just take the images of the capes from Bricklink maybe and then print out my own versions of ones that I don't have. That's a thought. But now that I can crisp up the material, it means that I can do, oh my gosh, so many fun things. The sky's the limit. So I'm gonna gonna have to experiment on this. So, all right. So, I hope that you got something useful out of this. Obviously, I've used some pretty technological tools here to do a precision cut, but once you've got your nice crispy material, you can just cut around your outline of your cape that you want to do with scissors, and it makes hole punching a lot easier as well, because hole punching through material is a nightmare. But once it's crispy like paper, so much better, and it doesn't fray. Okay, let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you have any other hacks that you've come across while creating minifigure accessories, let me know. Oh my goodness, I'm just so excited by learning lots of new techniques, and check back in because there are always more videos coming up. So I will see you soon. Bye.